Not sure what it is about this scene and the atmosphere of the level that we're in, but it seems to be a bit misconstrued, I'll say. I mean, these apes slash monkeys coupled with this atmosphere, there's just something about that's just like a weird mixture to me. Maybe it is just me. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. Previously, we took care of some more business in the lower level of Creepy Castle. I almost said Gloomy Galleon by mistake for some reason. That also included the business that we took care of was being inside a big tree near the opening portal of this level, which included another round of beaver bother we had to endure. Hopefully it will be the last time we have to go through that game. I'm pretty sure there's only just 3 sets in this entire adventure we have to encounter that specific minigame. Today, we're gonna make one last trek around the lower part of the castle before we start ascending higher up said level to see what we can find in terms of goodies. Well, that's pretty much been our MO straight from the get-go in this adventure after all. I just want to make one last pass through just to be sure I have collected everything, since I know there's at least one area that we can't access yet since we don't have the right ability for it. We have to go visit Cranky, who is in this level on a higher point that we'll have to search out. But we'll get to that once I do make one last, like I said, one last pass through here, just to make sure I have collected everything I want to get up until now. Because this level, believe it or not, is pretty big. It may not look like it, but once you see more of the landscape, then you'll understand why I'm trying to be extra cautious about making sure I have gotten everything. Sure enough, I did forget those coins down there with DK, so I'll be sure to go and get those. Thankfully, we're already near the area where the tag barrel is. At least I think so. Yeah, that's right where the drawbridge is. So we just went around a big circle. So go up to the tag barrel and go get those coins from DK for that splat. Then we'll start adventuring higher up. Up, up, up we go. I do want to start out with Diddy because there is some stuff he can collect with his rocket barrel, which I'm pretty sure is right on the platform that was right next to the tag barrel, at least on the lower floor, right over here, I think, where that stairway is. Very positive there is a rocket barrel around here. Yep, there is. I thought so. There's some stuff on the drawbridge that we can collect. That's why I wanted to point out that rocket barrel will be kind of important to us momentarily. For now, I want to get down to the lowest level to go confront that splat one more time. Just gotta make sure I don't fall off into the endless abyss. Oh, I just let it right back at the beginning. Wow, man, who knew that this lower part of the castle would actually just spiral around itself practically? It doesn't look like it, but it does like circle around if you're not careful enough. I guess it really depends on which way you go. There you are, Mr. Splat. Get you out of the way first. Helped with a bunch of coconuts. And now the coast is clear for us to get those coins. And that should be everything we can get for now on the lower level. Like I said, there's one more thing that we can do down here before we completely put our attention up to the higher part of the castle. But I'll have to go meet Cranky for that. Before we continue our ascent even further, we'll go switch out to Diddy and get that rocket barrel to use. Here you are back on the rocket barrel. We'll jump into it and start ascending even higher. And just as I was alluded to a little early on, there are coins above the drawbridge that you can collect. Again, these are optional. Since we're nearing the end of the game actually, these coins won't be that useful to us any longer. It's still gonna be a good idea to pick up as much as you can just to be safe. I also know that there are some bananas that you can only get with the rocket barrel. With the rocket barrel, we briefly saw where Cranky's located, but I don't want to go to him yet. I want to get all the bananas that we can get while we're airborne. Oh, it's a balloon here too. I forgot about that. We'll get this while we're at it. It's already halfway there with Diddy's bananas. Pretty sure there should be at least one banana batch that's airborne that we can get with Diddy. I'm fairly positive about that. At least we're getting more of an idea of the landscape. There's another rocket barrel there, right beyond a splat. Get more of those coconuts. Another coin over there. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. There are coins to bananas. That could be what I was mistaking it for. There's Cranky. Aha! There is at least one batch airborne. I thought so. It was right near a drawbridge post, though. We'll go even higher just to be safe. We'll get a bit of a preview of more of the landscape again. You can always go back down anyway, so it's not going to be that much of a huge loss. And we can see that there are more red switches that we're finding around Creepy Castle, so they might give you an idea what we could get from Cranky once we go visit him. Fairly positive if we hit to the highest point of the castle though, that there might be something we can only get again with just the rocket barrel. We're seeing a lot more pink bananas all along the way of the trail. You head all the way up though. You can use that cloud if you want to, but just use the rocket barrel.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Big Book Bash again? Man, I feel like we've been coming across this mini game a lot lately. Well, I'd still rather take this over Beaver Bother. I mean, nothing can be worse than Beaver Bother. Well, actually, a few things in this game can be just as bad. I can have correct myself on that. Stop moving around so much. There, too. Patient. I can't do it. I wasted too much time stalling. I'm trying to be patient in getting the SWAT right, but there's 10 of these buggers I have to take down. So time is kind of working against me with my usual routine I have with this minigame. Roger, I said that I got like 5 of these things so far in a row. 6, 7. That's only 7. Well, it was a nice streak while it lasted. It did knock down my count a lot though. It's number 8. Number 9. There, number 10. Wasn't too bad. I actually thought it was going to be here for a lot longer considering how things were going so far. That might be the last case of Big Book Bash we have to go through as well, which puts us at 179 in total of golden bananas, and another banana batch up here too, up on those clouds. So that should be everything we can get, at least that's airborne with Diddy. So I'm going to take the long plunge back down and start working our way up, because there are some bananas we have to get with DK that's on the lower level of this trail. And instead of cutting things out, I think it's about time I give the music of Creepy Castle its just due. This is one of my favorite tracks of the entire game, and I want to give it some shine so I can let you guys hear just how great and fitting that this song is to the atmosphere and the overall look of this entire place. So, enjoy! Whereas I got a banana medal too. I think that's long enough. You probably get the idea of why I love this music so much. Like I said recently, I've always been like a casual fan of the whole horror genre, so something like this that's not like too hardcore when it comes to establishing its vibe, so to speak, it's pretty nice. I wish I could say more about the song, to be very honest, but I really don't have much I can elaborate on why I like the music of Creepy Castle. It just fits really well with the whole atmosphere, so much so that I wouldn't mind listening to this song for like hours on end. It's that good to me. I especially like to hear it around times where it's spooky and Halloween is actually coming in real life, so that's the best time I feel like I can listen to this song if I ever want to get a case of the spooks on my side for a little while. I realize I messed that up too. I don't mind though. That means more time for me to enjoy this sweet, sweet song. I'll meet you back up to where we last left off in just a few moments. At least we got the blueprint, so it's not a total loss that we did fall down. Thank goodness for the 2-pad that just takes up a little higher than the 1-pad would. Besides, I had to switch to Tiny anyways to get these bananas now, since the rest of the trail that leads up to the very top will be pink. Take out this potion too, just because I feel like it. Once again, I gotta load up all my crystal coconuts. There should be at least one more fairy in this world that we can find, I think. But the main thing we want to get today is to go into Cranky's lab, which is in front of the 3-pad. I don't care about jetpack anymore, not like Cranky. You can keep that to yourself, old man. I just want your dang potion. So you play well enough to earn my next potion, yada yada yada, 7 coins a pop. I don't care, I've got more than enough to spare, and I'll probably give you a lot more for a loan if you want it. The Super Duper Simian Slam, Bigga Butters Bashium, it's now ours. Took your time getting this one, didn't you, Tiny? You and the other Fleeping Kongs can now slam the red switches. That's all the potions you're getting, Tiny, now scram and leave me in peace. That is the last potion we can get from Cranky in the entire game. The good thing about this is the Bigga Butters Bashium, or the Super Duper Simian Slam, gets a stronger ground pound. There's 2 downsides to it though. One is that it has a longer animation, so if you want to get that off in a quick time, then you're gonna time that a little better than you usually would with your Simian Slam in the past. The other downside is that since we're near the end of the game, this is actually the only level that it's good for. Yeah, just one level, and now we're getting like the best ground pound move in the entire game. That's not really good pacing, in my opinion. Since we led so long with the Super Simian Slam, we could probably just ride with that for the rest of the game if we wanted to, but the game demands that we need to get the better one, or the best one, if we want to get literally everything that this place has. Also, I think I just went to the wrong door. I just realized where I am. This place is kind of spooky though. You can hear like the eerie moaning of this place, and the fact that there isn't like much noise around here in terms of music or any sort of background commotion, it can make this place spooky. Probably a lot spookier than the rest of the castle, if I gotta be real with you. Very real with you. Yeah, that's not the door I want to go to. The one we want to go to is the one that's near the 1-pad actually. I can just warpad there and we'll just progress from that point on. Gotta remember that these warp pads can be very useful at this level specifically, since they'll take us to various points in the entire world a lot faster than just walking there. Wait, this is expected at catacombs again? Hold on, I think I know where I might be going. I may have just jumped the gun a little too soon in leaving, because if I'm correct, we should go in here. Yeah, this is where I want to be. So we'll jump in there, and we'll switch off to... We'll go to Leakey first. We were already here once before, but we couldn't do anything about these doors since we didn't have the Super Duper Simian Slam back then. Well, times have changed since those days, as in like a few episodes ago. And now we can access these doors in the lower quadrant of the catacombs. This part, oh, this was actually gonna be the toughest. I think it's best we take care of this first before anything else. Just gotta remember to use my sniper mode. That's something I remember that we did get recently. And this one may not be as useful since, like I said, we're near the end of the game, so we may not get a lot of mileage out of this. It's still nice to have, though. Poke off things from this far, like this friggin' balloon. There we go. And that's not all we can do here. We play the trombone. A trombone sound in this place is very off-putting. Then again, these Kongs play by their own rules. They can't be told what to do. At the end of these pads is gonna lie another minigame barrel. But what I really want to get, and what I'm really worried about collecting, is those coins. Because this goop, if I'm correct, is instant kill, so you want to be careful where you land. Otherwise, you might die instantly. I didn't get that coin before. I can just get it back on the run back. I don't have to worry about that too much right now. Well, there. The best way I could advise you to get through this part relatively unscathed is to use those chains near the pads over here. You can use those as like a marker of sorts to know where you can land. They're not directly overhead the pads, but they're close enough that if you can memorize where they are, then you should know that you'll be in relatively safe turf when you are hovering around above the goop. And that mini gear will last us to another game of Akash. I almost forgot the name of it. So you can just rapid fire here so fast, you don't really have to think about what you have to do in this game, no matter how many enemies you have to take down in order to reach the goal. I mean, look at this, I'm already down to 6, and we're only halfway through the time limit. This game was never hard to begin with. It's just the enemies just pop in and out faster. That's probably the only catch you're gonna get to this. Other than that, not much that you have to worry about. And that's Leakey's first golden banana of the castle. Well, sorry Leakey. At least we got your blueprint though, so we practically have 2 in the bag right now. We'll just hover back here, and hopefully don't die again, because gotta get that 1 coin back before we do advance to the next Kong, which I think will be Diddy next. Oh, there were 2 coins I missed out on, one that was hovering above the first pad. That was a good thing I had to be very meticulous, because I would have missed that otherwise. Let's go all the way over there. I've rarely gone through that entire segment without dying. I've usually messed up like at least twice or 3 times. Very surprised I was pretty careful with that this time around. We'll take care of this thing with Diddy. I think we'll end things off for today. We'll save the next thing with DK for next time. And over here, it's the same dealio with Chunky we had before. There's a golden banana on the other side, but if we step onto the concrete floor here, then the whole apparatus will turn around. So we gotta snipe it off from the distance with our newly found sniper mode. Probably not close enough to get that balloon. Yeah, there it is now. Use sniper mode just in case. We got plenty of ammo to spare. I'm not worried about spending a few rounds. A few as in a lot. Oh, I got that switch by accident. That's not what I was aiming for. At least the chains don't have like a limited time before they go back up. At least I don't think so. They shouldn't. My only concern is to get this stupid balloon. Come on, work a beat. Don't get out of the way, Kosha. My issue's not with you anymore. I dealt with you too many times back in the caves. Maybe I do have to be closer to get that that balloon. I'll just swing really fast over to this throne, and that'll make it a lot easier for us to get that balloon along with that. Not with the instrument, with the peanut pop guns. That's what I'm trying to say. I actually took out that Kosha, so it won't be that much of an annoyance to us. And I should just wait just so I can get that balloon a lot easier. You know, that was a little too quick. I think we'll squeeze in the thing with DK after all. I was expecting that to be a lot longer than it was. Turned out I was wrong. So we'll squeeze in this thing with DK, and we'll completely finish off this section of the catacombs in the lower part of the castle. I'm not sure if this is like a total catacombs-like place. It could be just the basement for all I know. I'll take you down. It is kind of scary that you can knock out the limbs of that crossbones and it'll still be chasing you around. It's not like totally scary to me though. So this is pretty simple to understand. Just pound down the tiles until you can match up DK's face. And you'll get this reward from doing this activity. It's basically the same thing we did with Cranky back in Fungi Forest. We're just not shooting this thing. And we're not under a time limit too. I think that was with DK. So that's probably right before. We'll stick with that for now. That's definitely DK. That's looks like Leakey. Yeah, so it's this part that's probably wrong. Let's keep smashing this down. This crossbows is trying its best to make it a habit to annoy me, but it's not working. It's fragile as glass, and it shatters like it too when it's defeated. So that's all there is to it in the basement part / catacombs of the castle. So we're completely done here now. But we're not like totally done with this place. There's at least one more thing we can do. It was back at the place with the big elephant skull. We can take care of whatever that is now. We probably could have done it sooner, but I want to get the super duper Simian Slam just in case before we did advance on that. So I guess next time we'll be headed back to that elephant skull area to take care of the last bit of business we could do over there, and then we'll continue our ascent even higher up the castle. Until we meet again, farewell for now.